This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Stephen Icons.
Hello everyone, hope you're all doing fantastic. So November is coming to a close and the WBO have literally just released their new rankings up and down their weight divisions. Of course, in this video, as always, their heavyweight division. So I want to point out the changes compared to the last time we spoke about a WBO top 15, see what fights recently happened, what fights are coming up, all that good stuff. So if you are new to this channel, firstly, welcome. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be great. You're a boxing fan, correct? Brilliant. Who else does this one? Nobody. Anyway, let's go through the new top 15 for the WBO for the month of November. Alexander Usyk is the WBO World Heavyweight Champion, the Super Champion, and of course the Unified Heavyweight World Champion, as well as the WBO Interim World Heavyweight Champion and Mandatory Challenger is Zhilei Zhang. Number 1 is Anthony Joshua. Number 2, Jared Anderson. Number 3, Frank Sanchez. Number 4, Andy Ruiz Jr. Number 5, Deontay Wilder. Number 6, Joseph Parker. Number 7, Otto Wallin. Number 8, David Adelaide. Number 9, Filip Hrgovic. Number 10, Efe Ajagba. Number 11, Daniel Dubois. Number 12, Aja Kabayel. Number 13, Arslanbek Makhmudov. Number 14, Jermaine Franklin. And number 15, Justice Huni. So there you have it. So that's the new top 15 for the month of November in the heavyweight division for the WBO, or otherwise known as the Top Rank and Queensberry organisation. Pretty much, right? Anyway, dropped out this month, believe it or not, is a Queensberry fighter. Yep, the juggernaut, Joe Joyce. He was previously number 7. Now he's been dropped out of the top 15 altogether. Bit harsh, isn't it? Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what Joe Joyce does next, when he's going to be returning. I imagine it at some point during the new year. Against whom? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But because Joe Joyce has now been dropped, a fresh insert, Efe Ajagba, in at number 10. Efe Ajagba, which I've noticed when I'm doing the other videos for the other sanctioning bodies, he seems to have popped in to the top 15 with quite a few of those as well. So quite clearly he's impressing the organisations. And to be honest, I think he's impressing quite a few people. He's looking real good. Of course, he does have that one loss to Frank Sanchez. That was quite some time ago. But at least Efe Ajagba is actually moving forward, taking on okay-ish opposition. Not great, but Frank Sanchez seems to be moving backwards. He's taken on worse and worse and worse, which is ridiculous. Speaking of which, Frank Sanchez is number 3, if I can speak. That's a little high. I mean, he's got a win over Efe Ajagba, but that's it. As I said, he's going backwards. He's not getting any better. He's not fighting any better opposition. He's going backwards. He's not fighting those good ones around him. In fact, his next fight will be on the Joshua versus Wallin and Wilder versus Joseph Parker card when he takes on Junior Farr from New Zealand. Now I like Junior Farr, I do, but the reality is he got knocked out by Lucas Brown. That's the reality. And since then, he come back and beat a guy in 1 round who had 0 wins and 6 losses. And Frank Sanchez has taken him on. Before then, Frank Sanchez took on an Alexander somebody, and somebody before that, and then somebody. It's just journeyman. That's what he's taken on. Now, Junior Farr's not a journeyman, but you kind of get the drift. Now, number 2, Jared Anderson. That's way too high. I like Jared Anderson. I know a lot of you do as well. Is he the future of the heavyweight division? Possibly. Is he the next big thing coming out of America? Possibly. But he ain't beat nobody to be number 2. Charles Martin is beaten. Well, quite a few people's already beaten Charles Martin. And he went to hell and back, really, with that one. He really had to grind out the win over Charles Martin. Hey, you know what? Sometimes styles make fights, and sometimes you have a bad night at the office. But I think that Jared Anderson, if he's going to be number 2, needs to step it up. He needs to take on somebody in this top 15. Efe Ajagba will be a good one. They're both top rank. That's what I spoke about earlier. It seems to be the top rank organisation along with Queensberry. Maybe that's why Jared Anderson is so high. Could well be. Because I don't think he's done it on merit. He hasn't done it yet. I'm not saying he's not number 2 in the world. Who knows? Maybe he is. But he needs to prove it. He really does need to prove it. David Adelaide, number 8, has actually moved up a position. So, just so I got this right, he fights Fabio Wardley, gets knocked out by Fabio Wardley, and moves up 1 position. While Fabio Wardley, who knocked him out, is not in the top 15. Can somebody explain? I don't get this. I don't get it at all. I just don't get it. I really don't. I'm not going to waste any more energy on that one. Of course, you've got number 1, Anthony Joshua. taking on number 7, Otto Wallin. That'll be on December the 23rd in Saudi Arabia. And of course, you've got number 5, Deontay Wilder, taking on number 6, Joseph Parker, on that same card. Is that the main event or is it the co-main? Who knows? But 2 good fights. Would I prefer Joshua versus Wilder? Yeah, of course. But that's not what we're going to get. But if all going well for Joshua, all going well for Wilder, I would fully expect that fight to happen then on after. I think number 9, Filip Perkovic, that's a waste of a position. As we know, he's the IBF mandatory. That's the route he's going down. So for me, Filip Perkovic shouldn't be ranked here at all, as he's got nothing to do with the WBO. Nothing at all. I think number 13, Makhmudov, that's too low. I think he should be above the likes of, well, quite a few of them. He should definitely be above David Adelaide. He should definitely be above a Darren Dubois. But of course, Makhmudov is taking on number 12, Ajit Kabiel. Again, on the Joshua card as well. So, at least as far as the WBO rankings is concerned, that's kind of like well matched. It is. But again, that's through the WBO. On other organisations, they're worlds apart on the rankings. But it's weird though, isn't it? That you've got David Adelaide, number 8, above number 9, Filip Perkovic, and Darren Dubois, and that's mad. Absolutely mad, sorry. But anyway, so that is the news as far as fights coming up. I can't think of anyone else. Number 15, Justice Hooney, of course, that was a fresh insert last month. And he has just defeated Andrew Tabiti. So that's a good win for him. So congratulations to Justice Hooney. I can't think of any other fights that are possibly coming up. Number 4, Andy Ruiz Jr. He's way too inactive. Way too inactive. I don't know why he's ranked number 4. I understand he's former WBO World Heavyweight Champion, and yes, he should be given some kind of respect for that. But there again, he's 2 positions above Joseph Parker, who Joseph Parker beat him, didn't he? That was for the vacant WBO World Heavyweight Championship when Parker became champion. So anyway, that's my thoughts on these WBO rankings. They're not great, but they're not terrible. They're not terrible. And there are quite a few fighters who I feel should be in there who are not. And I'm sure some of you will agree on that one. And you will let your thoughts be known in the comment section below. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? I'm kind of on the fence with it. I'm more on the dislike side than I am on the like side. Anyway, Queensberry and Top Rank Promotions. That's the WBO. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.